You're embarrassed to say you haven't done it. All the cool people around you are doing it, and you're expected to be pretty good at it. But you know that if you ever got around to actually getting it done, it'd probably only last about 2 minutes. What am I talking about? Reading books. All jokes aside, we all know that reading books like this one is one of those things that all the most successful people in the world are doing it, yet for some reason you just don't want to do it, you don't find it interesting, or you just can't find the time. About 2 or 3 years ago, that was me. I hated reading. I viewed it as a chore. I didn't see any value in it, and I didn't see any reason to do it because there was no end result for me. As I got older though, I realized that all the most successful people in the world, the people who were in positions in life that I wanted to be in, were reading books. And so I was like, hey, I should probably read books too. The problem was I still didn't like reading at all. Every time I'd open a book, I would just start to get tired and doze off. I couldn't focus, like my mind would be somewhere else as I was reading the words on the paper. Despite how much I wanted to read books, I just straight up didn't have the assiduity to do it. Side note, assiduity is a word that basically means sitting on your ass and doing it. It's a great word. Learned it from Charlie Munger. Good guy. So this brings us to where perhaps a lot of you are today, where you know that reading is something you should implement into your life as like a daily habit, but for some reason you just can't get into it. So that's what I'm going to help you with right now. I'm going to give you my 3 mindset shifts that literally turned me from one day hating reading to becoming someone who could sit down and read from 4 to 6 hours a day, like Elon Musk, Charlie Munger, Bill Gates, Oprah. Yeah, so here are the 3 tips. Number 1, you need to identify the problems in your life. What are the sticking points you have? Is it money? Are you not making enough money? Do you not have enough friends? Are you just kind of depressed or in an anxious state? When you identify your problems, it allows you to kind of be directed in the types of books you're searching for. Because I think the biggest issue with reading books is people just literally can't connect the dots to why they would read, and they don't realize that you can solve your problems by learning. In school, when you learn things, they just seem kind of like you learn them to learn them. Whereas in real life, you can learn things and actually make your life better. For example, if you want to make more friends, why not read a book by Jack Schaefer, who's a former FBI agent, and he teaches you how to influence, attract, and win people over. If you're having trouble making friends, why wouldn't you want to read a book like this? So for me, that was huge. Identify my problems and choose books that will directly help me solve those problems. You want to make more money? Go check out the richest people in the world, Mark Cuban, Bill Gates, and what books are they recommending for wealth building? For a lot of them, it would probably be like Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. A new one I just got is called The Science of Getting Rich. It's like super short. Read biographies too, by people who are in positions you want to be in, who have solved the problems that you're currently trying to solve. Just seems like a no-brainer. The second tip I can offer is to be like a gold miner. Okay, this is a very quick tip. I'll run right through it. Don't sit down, guys, and read books start to finish. Don't think you have to at all. Books are intimidating as shit. I mean, most books are like, what, 300-400 pages? This one's like 250 pages, so not that long. But like, I remember growing up and looking at books like this and being like, how could I possibly read every single page of that if I'm falling asleep after the first 2 or 3? Basically, all books, especially the self-development ones like this, really only have 2 to 3 valuable nuggets of information in them. I mean, some more than others, but most self-development books have like 2 or 3 helpful tidbits of information. You don't have to read 500 pages to get to them. A lot of the times when I'm reading a book, I'll read the table of contents and just go to the chapter that I feel like would help me solve my problem, read a few paragraphs, and then it's pretty easy to find that like one section of the book that'll help you develop yourself from point A to point B, problem to solution. So think like that. Don't think you have to read books start to finish. And then the last thing I'll say is download Audible, because although this isn't a sponsored video, and I would very much like it to be, even though Audible just doesn't want to work with me because they think my content is not appropriate enough on my other channel, you should really consider downloading the app, because if you're like me, sitting down and reading is just like difficult. But if you're up and going around, like, you know, doing errands or folding your laundry, why wouldn't you just pop some Audible in your ears and listen to a book? You can listen to it at 2 times speed, so it kind of gets you through all the BS, and it really helps. So I hope those 3 tips helped. Hope they shifted your mind a little bit. Comment the books you're reading below right now, or ask any other questions you'll have. I always read the comments on these videos, and I'm happy to help you. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.